Oh, it's working. Okay. This marks what I do believe to be the 6th writing entry of the series, and so far I'd say it's a smashing success for the rate it's going at in terms of deployment, consistency. Anyway, let's begin, and hopefully this will be as productive as yesterday, but without the talking. So, let's taste a bit more of the leftovers to that meatloaf, and then we'll make some cupcakes somehow. Coincidence? I think not. As I was saying, stuff like that is hilarious. It's just so stupid. And I love it. Alfred thought of this. He knew that Edgar would not take to an honest answer, right? Instead blurting, "I'll kill all the apes!" Also, that's worded weirdly. There we go. That's better. Ow. Great, we gotta come up with ideas again. Well, it's idea time, baby. Let's sit down and listen to nothing. I'm breakfast sausage enthusiast Miles John, and I'm here to inform you on some questions you may have. It's my favorite line he's ever said. Breakfast sausage enthusiast. I hate breakfast sausage. I'm a stickler of bacon, though. Bacon and Friday-styled eggs. Yeah, that makes sense, because he's not really... Alfred, he's a very self-centered person. He's a child, essentially. Alfred is a child that lives by the laws of the GHD. That's why his obedience is so strong. That's also why he's a head engineer, because he's been trusted, because he's completely obedient. And he doesn't want Edgar knowing anything, because he's the opposite of what he likes. It's fairly simple. Fairly simple. So this line makes sense. That's the main thing about writing. Is this writing make sense? Is this dumb? Or does this make sense? And usually, it's the middle ground for when you do a rough draft. But I'm certain this makes sense. I'll probably edit it to be... Maybe I'll ignore the semicolon, something to make them sound more American than English, because that's something a British person would have, a semicolon. I'll probably go back to my normal life, tell my family I went on a nature trip or something. Sounds so British. When you say it in an American accent, it doesn't sound right. Like, I'll probably go back to normal life, tell my family I went on a nature trip or something. You just sound different. It's very slightly, but it just sounds different. I don't know why. This is why I envision them to sound British. Oh, I heard that one. That was like the bone crunch noise in Team Fortress 2. It just sounded so comedically perfect. Like the comically large spoon. I add way too many commas. That's a problem of mine. Way too many commas. Like, too many. Countless commas. Comma this. Comma that. Comma... No, don't comma that. Semicolon that. Semicolon. This has always bothered me. The F and the J being underlined on keyboard. I hate that. I hate it. It says it's supposed to tell you where your finger is supposed to be, but I hate it. It's uncomfortable. It feels so sweaty. It makes my palms grosser. Sorry. Alright, let's keep on writing. This whole mysterious planet deal. You know, ordeal is one of those words you just say without thinking. That's a lot of things. That's a big problem of mine. I say words without thinking of what they mean. Yet I know half of what they mean, so they still make sense within the conversation. But I still don't know exactly what they mean, because other words substitute perfectly for that. Substitute used to be one of those words. Now I know what it means. I mean, I guess it's kind of an exaggeration, but it still makes sense. What does or mean? Is it Latin? Is it Greek? Tell me more, tell me more. Is it Latin or Greek? Tell me more, tell me more. What does it mean? A person or something. Yeah. Let's keep writing. We're making good progress so far. I'd say this video will be about 40 minutes long. Oh, we can listen to music again now that we've got an idea where the conversation is going. Yeah, this makes sense for Edgar. So Edgar, let's pause this for a minute. In my mind, Edgar, for a long time, was a very simple person who knew exactly what he wanted, and that thing was to save the apes, to raise and save a civilization. That's why he sacrificed 4 straight years of loneliness, to shoot a robot every day, or something like that. Hold on, I need to stand differently. My chair's messed up. Anyhow, but now that he's confronted with Alfred, a new person, an anomaly to his environment of quietness and love for the apes, he's having not say second thoughts, but paranoias. You know, exaggerations of his love for the apes. That's why he started eventually bringing up him hearing the voices and whatnot, and him obviously getting more paranoid about the apes. Because at first, the writing was certain that Alfred isn't going to tell anyone. He's just some loser. He's just some guy that likes to yell at me and will probably hurt me if I don't stand my ground. So I'm best be wary. But now he's having second thoughts because it's becoming more realistic that this is a reality and not, say, a possibility. But that will change. Oh, baby, that will change. And it's all within the writer's smile. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good. Now let's stop lollygagging and actually use these 17 minutes we've already spent. Now it's becoming more apparent that Alfred is unbeknowingly becoming the victor of wits in these scenarios. It's not gonna last long, he's never gonna realize it because he's a selfish idiot. Lines like that, baby. Straight dopamine to the brain. Ooh, I love those lines. They're so good. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yes! I love these lines. They're so good, man. Just making sure I have the definition right. A rapturous delight. Good. Making sure. This feels too tight. Everything's small. That's weird. Well, I'm sure that's more of a riddle for an editor, or a rewriter, or a third writer, or a fourth writer, or a fifth writer, or a sixth writer. ETC. Dot. Once more, I need to make sure it's the right word. I'm looking for a word that describes it's okay. Yeah. Authority. Because now he's feeling like he's in authority. It makes sense. I hear a ringing. Must be the television. Aww. Oh, man. Well, I'll give myself this. I'm gonna write one more line. I always make sure to get the first period of the next page. If I think that line is dumb in the future, I'll change it tomorrow. But, as it stands now, that is where today works end. And I must say, we have reached 28 minutes. And I don't need to go on a long rant on what I did yesterday. So that means this has been our shortest episode yet. Good. That means I can watch an episode of The Mandalorian. I have not done that in 3 weeks because of how late I have been spent working on this project and being at tennis. Anyway, camera people, I bid you a farewell and a thank you.